ILS runway 13 approaching you, landing in.
What's up, everybody? Zach here. We are at San Marcos, Texas, and we're doing a short repositioning flight to West Houston today. Purpose of the flight is to get a better night's sleep for a very early departure in the morning. So engines are both started up, as you can see. Got some air flowing here. We're going to go ahead and get the ATC, get our IFR to West Houston, and get on the road here.
We have a flight plan down into Mexico. We would like to escort clearance.
San Marcos Airport information, Kilo.
I have to call and get it. What kind of airplane are you flying and where are you filed to?
1804.
It's Mooney 20 Tango and we are going to Aguascalientes, Mike Alpha Sierra.
Temperature 23.
Mike Alpha Sierra. I'll call and get that and call you back.
Thanks, sir.
ILS
Terrain system test okay.
Runway 13. All aircraft advised on initial contact. You have Kilo. San Marcos ground, Barry 480 is ready for taxi. San Marcos Airport information, Kilo, 1950 Zulu weather, wind 1804, visibility 8, sky overcast 2100, temperature 23, 2.20, altimeter 2988. ILS runway 13 approaching.
Barry 480, San Marcos.
Okay, 2988. We'll get that plugged in over here on the backup.
That's right, so we're ready for
do it on the G600.
480, runway 13, taxi out Alpha, crossing.
And we'll do it over here on our backup. 2988.
Did you say you had Kilo?
Everything's matching.
We, Kilo,
we just picked up Kilo, runway 13 is in use, 1804, 8-mile visibility, overcast 2100.
341 Bravo Echo.
And that's going to complete the pre-taxi checklist.
341 Bravo Echo is cleared to Mike Alpha Sierra via radar vectors guards intersection, join Victor 17, San Antonio, then as filed, maintain 3000, expect 2000, 10 minutes after departure, departure frequency 118.15, squawk 2437.
Okay, so November 341 Bravo Echo is cleared to Mike Alpha Sierra via radar vectors to, can you repeat that intersection please?
It's intersection just northwest of here. It's on Victor 17. It's guards, Golf Alpha Romeo Delta Sierra.
Just going to go ahead and pull out here where we're visible to the tower. They're over there to our right. And as soon as this gentleman's getting his clearance to Mexico, we'll go ahead and pick ours up and get on the road. Hope you guys are doing good. Weather's decent. Maybe get a little action in the suit.
And our squawk code is 2437.
See what it's like to have a short hop.
21 Bravo Echo, read back correct.
San Marcos ground, Skyhawk 6031 Whiskey is off of 13 at Echo. Would like to instructions to back taxi to do a traffic pattern.
Because we went ahead and filed via 4Flight on the iPad here.
Taxi runway 13.
Fly to West Houston quite often. It's very normal to get to Eagle Lake and then direct destination. So after I filed it, I hit send and I sent it to the panel, uploaded it in the panel, so everything's there for us.
Ramp, and we have Juliet taxi.
Trimotor 8407, runway 13, taxi via Charlie Juliet, cross runway 8. And this first time I talked to you today, what are you doing today?
Oh, it's the same routine. We'll make a right turn out and head over to the giant mall and then back over downtown and back to the airport.
8407, Roger.
Okay.
Alright, so here we go. San Marcos ground, Golden Eagle 421 Lima Alpha. We're in front of Barry with Kilo, IFR to West Houston and ready to taxi.
Golden Eagle 421 Lima Alpha, go ahead and hold for your clearance. Got traffic taxiing out that already has their clearance. I'll call and get that and I'll call you back.
Okay, you want us to hold here or can we taxi on out?
I prefer you wait until you get your clearance so that traffic that already has their clearance can get out to the runway.
Yeah, that works for us, 1 Lima Alpha.
And I'll call you back with your clearance as soon as I pick it up.
With Kilo with an IFR to Lano, ready to pick it up when you are.
Okay, I was talking to someone else when you called. Who's going to Lano?
126 Delta Fox with an IFR to Lano with...
Okay, I got background noise. I couldn't hear your call sign. Say it again.
San Marcos controllers get a little overwhelmed pretty quickly,
126
so I guess you can kind of see what we deal with. I'm going to pull up here just a little bit so I can go ahead and do our run-up, and we'll go ahead and get that knocked out right here.
And ready to taxi. We heard that we're waiting though.
So brakes are set, flight controls looking good, cow flaps there aren't any, mixtures, throttle and props, full forward, full rich. Going to do a run up to about 1500 or just a little lower. And check these mags out. That's the left one on the left engine, looking good. Left on the right engine, looking good. Looking good on the left again. And on the right again. So right engine, right mag. Cycle these props down to about 1,000 RPM to get some oil flowing. Maybe out in the distance y'all can see that warbird coming in. It's pretty cool.
Twin Cessna 421 Lima Alpha, clearance available.
Go ahead for 1 Lima Alpha.
Twin Cessna 421 Lima Alpha is cleared to West Houston via radar vectors Eagle Lake and direct West Houston. Maintain 3,000, expect 7,000 10 minutes after departure. Departure frequency 118.15, squawk 4627.
Okay, 421 Lima Alpha, clear to West Houston vectors, Eagle Lake direct, 3,007 and 10, 18, 15, 4627 in the box for 421 Lima Alpha.
1 Lima Alpha, read back correct, understand you're at Berry, runway 13, cross runway 8 at the approach end, and taxi via Juliet.
Cross 8, Juliet to 13, 421 Lima Alpha.
Cirrus 126 Delta Foxtrot, clearance available.
Ready to go, 12.
So we're going to go ahead and taxi on out. We've just about completed the full before takeoff checklist. But once we get out there, we'll run through it one more time so that we're not rushed and everything is looking good. Gone ahead, got our routing in there, got the squawk in there. Readback's correct. Initial altitude 3,000, we got that set.
All right, cleared to Lano, Amuse intersection, Lano, Vortac, then Lano, 3,000, then
go ahead and lean those back out for the rest of the taxi.
4234 on the box, and 6 Delta Fox is ready to taxi.
06 Delta Fox, runway 13, taxi via Charlie Juliet, cross runway 8.
Charlie Juliet, runway 8 for 6 Delta Fox.
San Marcos Ground, 71583 November Delta's off at Delta, back to coast.
And there's a Ford tri-motor off to the right. I hope everybody can see that.
341 Bravo.
Pretty cool. Pretty cool.
341 Bravo.
I think they're giving out rides in that thing today.
Taxi via Charlie and Juliet, cross runway 8.
I don't know if you can see it or not, but I'll get a photo of it.
Cross runway 8, 341 Bravo.
Hopefully it'll come into view on the screen. With this camera mounted on the ceiling, I kind of gotta aim it down a little bit so you can see everything. He hasn't given me any instruction to be behind the tri-motor, so. While we're sitting here, we'll go ahead and finish that checklist. When we had the engine run up, these both hydraulic flow lights were off. We checked all the annunciators, the ram dump controls in. Back and ammeter, we're putting out power on both sides, 28.1 volts, so we're looking good there. Fuel, both mains, cross-feed shut-off is off. We got the comm and the nav set up how we need it. Doors are locked, windows are both locked, left and right. And we're not using any flaps for takeoff, so they're full up. We got the I guess Mr. Tri-Motor is going out first. And we'll go ahead and turn the anti-collisions on so we're ready for takeoff. And pre-takeoff checklist is complete.
San Marcos ground, November 5, 113 Juliet is Delta, ready for takeoff, close traffic.
Cessna
Cessna 603 on Whiskey San Marcos Tower. Hold short of runway 13 for landing traffic.
And hold short of 13 for landing traffic, 6031 Whiskey.
I'm going to move this camera so that you can see this tri-motor.
Twin Cessna 35 Alpha, you are clear to land.
35 Alpha, clear to land, thank you.
That is the back of the Ford tri-motor. Pretty cool. Little twin Cessna 310 coming into land. It is just going on down here at San Marcos today.
Tower, Berry 480.
Berry 480, San Marcos Tower.
Yes, sir. Do you want us over to approach?
Well, I'm waiting for you to tag up. Your squawk code's not coming up. Are you, let's see, what was it supposed to be? 0654?
Reset.
Five Alpha, right turn at the in contact ground.
5 Alpha.
Berry 480 now, it's up, contact Austin.
Over to Austin, Berry 480.
Cessna 6031 Whiskey, runway 13 cleared for takeoff, make left close traffic.
Clear for takeoff, 6031 Whiskey, left close traffic. Yeah, Tri-Motor 8407 is now number 1.
Tri-Motor 8407, San Marcos Tower, hold short, runway 13.
Holding short.
I have never taken off before, but behind a Ford tri-motor, so this is first.
Tower 126 Delta Foxtrot, number 3 in line, ready to go.
All right, give me a call at number 1 if you would.
Yep.
Tri-Motor 8407,
Big old line
runway 13 clear for takeoff, proceed on course to the west.
Okay, on course, and we're clear for takeoff, Tri-Motor 8407.
Here goes the tri-motor. I'm going to try to get a video on my phone. Tower Golden Eagle 421 Lima Alpha, short of 13, number 1, ready to go.
Golden Eagle 421 Lima Alpha, San Marcos Tower, runway 13 cleared for takeoff, turn left heading 080.
Okay, 421 Lima Alpha, clear for takeoff 13, left turn out 080. Alright guys, here we go. Go ahead and get out to the runway. And we'll be doing a normal takeoff, like I mentioned, no flaps, full power,
Tower
rotate
126,
about 90-95.
Number 1 ready to go, 13.
Okay, we got all the lights on, low pumps are on.
13 waiting IFR release.
6 Delta Fox.
Go ahead and stop right here.
Hold short instructions.
Power up.
Holding short, runway 1.
Pretty equal power, equal props, fuel flow's coming up. We're looking good. Brake release. Okay, that's full power. Airspeed's coming alive, 1, 2, and 3 on the other side. Fuel flows are good.
And San Marcos
75
Tower,
knots, 80.
6031 Whiskey, did you want to report left base?
That's 95. Ease back.
You need to get your landing clearance at some point. Where are you at now?
On the left downwind, get ready.
Here we go. Positive rate, no more runway gears coming up.
6031 Whiskey, what's your type landing?
This will be a full stop landing.
Cessna 31 Whiskey, runway 13 cleared to land.
Okay, yaw damp coming on.
31 Whiskey, clear to land.
Here goes that left turnout to 080. Pitot heat coming on for the clouds. Alright, looking good. There's about 1,000 feet. Autopilot coming on.
Golden Eagle 1 Lima Alpha, contact Austin departure.
Departure, 1 Lima Alpha, good day. Okay. 1,300 above the ground, we'll go ahead and get into a cruise climb, come back to 35 inches, over about 1,900, 33 or so gallons a side. Austin departure, Golden Eagle 421 Lima Alpha, just off San Marcos, 2,000, climbing 3,080.
Golden Eagle 421 Lima Alpha, Austin departure, radar contact, proceed on course direct Eagle Lake, climb and maintain 7,000.
Direct Eagle Lake, 7,000, 1 Lima Alpha. Okay. Get good there, and we'll go up to 7,000. That is armed. Okay, so you're looking at about 35 aside, 1,900 fuel flows looking good, airspeed's about 140, and we're crossing 3,000 now, up to 7,000 direct Eagle Lake. Climb checklist complete, pressurization is already set on the ground. We're not going high enough to need to mess with it. And on the descent, we'll adjust it just a tad for West Houston.
November 631, out of Gulf, Austin approach, fly heading 170 vectors for the ILS runway 13 approach. Berry 486 miles from Gears, turn left heading 160 and maintain 3,000 until established on the local as a cleared ILS runway 13 approach.
160 on the heading, 3,000 until established, cleared ILS approach runway 13. San Marcos, Berry 40.
Berry 480, contact tower, talk to you in a bit.
Over to tower, Berry 40.
Getting a little brighter.
Cherokee 65039 Austin approach.
And breaking out now, 4,900.
The weather, the Austin altimeter is 2985. November 039, roger, advance cancellation on approach 119.0R. If you need a phone number for your downtime, I've got that also.
Everything is looking good, temps wise. We're crossing 6,000 now with 1,000 to go, so that's flashing.
Austin approacher, Cirrus 126 Delta Fox on a new squawk code 4234 at 3000 on the 080 heading.
November 6 Delta Fox, squawk
200 feet to go, audible alarm.
Your radar contact, climb and maintain.
With the autopilot control, just so it doesn't jerk us.
Direct AMU's intersection.
Start tapering off that
All right,
angle of attack.
What we got in, up to 8,000 direct MUs for 6.
Climbing out at about 180 over the ground. And there's 7,000. So we're looking for the altitude illumination on the controller or selector.
November 6 Delta Fox.
Making sure that it does in fact level us off.
Twice, I'm still showing 4234.
We'll go ahead and let it build up a little bit of speed.
Let me check that.
We've already turned off the low boost pumps, so we're just on the engine driven fuel pumps. Once we get a little bit of speed built up, we'll go ahead and
I'll let you know if it changes.
come back to about 30 over 1,800 a day. Should do us just about 205 to 210 over the ground. Okay, so here we go. You can see that on the JPI, or the remote alarm displays. Gently come back to about 30 inches.
Turn your transponder off, turn it back on. I'm still showing 4234. See if that doesn't jog it.
6 Delta Fox.
November 6 Delta Foxtrot, I've got the correct code now, thank you.
So 30, about 1,800, about 22 per side, give or take. Power prop sync, we're not going to be using those today. There's no cow flaps on this thing. Fuel selector still on the full tank. Crossfeed shutoff is still off. Cabin rate and altitude set. Instruments already where we need them. Cruise checklist complete. So about 26 minutes or so out. Showing VFR down there at West Houston, so probably just shoot the visual. We'll be getting Sugarland weather, which is nearby, because West Houston, I guess ever since Harvey, hasn't had any weather. It's going to be 118.12, 118.12. This is about the time I like to get a little tunes going, so we'll go over to the aux page here on the 600. We will scroll over 2 notches, turn the volume on, and we will get a little electronic music going. It's just about the only place I listen to electronic. Everybody makes fun of me, but whatever. Nothing like a solo flight, a little IMC, and some electronic music.
November 421 Lima Alpha, contact Houston, approach 124.22, good day.
2422, 1 Lima Alpha, good day, sir. Okay, 12422, we're going over to Houston now.
By the way, we're having a minute weather at West Houston.
Then we'll be going to 23.8 at West Houston, and then we'll be going over to Unicom 2305. Houston approach, Golden Eagle 421 Lima Alpha, 7,000.
421 Lima Alpha, east approach, hello. Altimeter at Intercontinental 2988.
Okay, 88 for 1 Lima Alpha.
1 Lima Alpha, clear direct West Houston.
Direct West Houston, 1 Lima Alpha, thanks.
You're welcome. November 759.
So what we'll do is we'll go over to flight plan here, we'll click West Houston, direct, kind of the equivalent of direct enter, but here it's direct activate. And because we're in heading mode and in GPS steering mode through the controller, it's going to turn us over direct. And we'll be looking for a desired track of 082. Want to make sure everything syncs up and it's taking us to the right spot. Just texting my ride, letting them know I'm about 15 out. 53 miles to go. We'll go ahead and see if we can't pick up that Sugarland weather here. So monitor number 2.
Time 2053 Zulu, wind 160 at 20, visibility 10, sky condition 3,700 scattered, temperature 282.18, altimeter 2987. GPS runway 17 approaching you.
Southern Sierra Echo, we'll have that for you probably under 10 miles or so. The issues we're landing here east here at Intercontinental, if you go direct Daggy, you're going to be stuck down there at 2,000 with all the other VFR traffic that's all in the way there as well.
Sounds good. Southern Sierra Echo, thanks.
So we got what we needed. We got winds.
Dodge gliders around Navasota, but we just need to give them a little bit of room.
Okay, sounds good. Thanks.
Got that Sugarland weather, 160 on the wind, 3,700 scattered. So we'll be trying for the visual. We'll be crossing over midfield, left downwind, and we'll be landing 1-5 today at West Houston.
Gonna go 1 Lima Alpha, so I'll maintain 5,000.
5,000 for 1 Lima Alpha. Okay, start the descent. We got our weather. Not much on the descent checklist, but in case you were curious, we've got our weather. Told the passengers in the back to buckle their seats. Cabin pressure, altitude. Like I said earlier, we don't need to do anything. We'll hit the fuel pumps here in a little while. Put them on low, and that's about it for the moment. Come out of altitude hold mode, point the nose of the plane down, and we will pre-select 5,000. And we are controlling power and pitch. Don't want to overspeed anything, but come down at about 500 to 700 a minute. About 12 minutes out.
That's a 5 Sierra Echo or 7 Sierra Echo, just to maintain 5,000.
Down to 5,000, 7 Sierra Echo.
Looks a little bit more scattered around over here.
AC 3999, Houston departure radar contact, climb maintain 6,000. Turn left, heading 120.
Start gently reducing power. Inch or two every minute or so is just fine. We don't really need a big reduction now, but we'll just start kind of bringing it back. Go down to about 28.5 inches here.
99, fighting 0.
Watching that airspeed as we come into the clouds. Don't want to be too bumpy up in the yellow. So we're coming down at about 185.
AC 3999, ATC information, kilos, current intercontinental advising you have it.
Couple bumps. Next frequency should be 123.8, so for the sake of staying ahead of the airplane and planning, get that plugged in. 200 to go for 5,000. As said earlier, we'll start tapering off that descent angle, just so when it hits 5,000 it doesn't jerk us back up. This is the 800B autopilot, so a little bit old, but it gets the job done. As it crosses 5,000, we'll be looking at it actually stops.
There is some fairly extensive glider
altitude illuminated.
I'm seeing out there on them is about 2,500 feet.
Looks good.
And you fly heading 090 for now.
Okay, heading 090, 70 Echo.
Going to 1 Lima Alpha, going to Houston approach 123.8, 23.8 long.
123.8, 1 Lima Alpha, see it. Got that plugged in, switch it over. Listen in to see if anybody else is talking. And we'll give them the weather. This is the last guy we're going to talk to before Unicom. Houston approach, going to go 421 Lima Alpha 5,000. We got the local weather around West Houston, looking for the visual.
November 5418 Echo, was that two caller?
Negative 541 Echo, we're at 2,000. We're going to change our destination to a private strip 20 due west of Sugar Land.
November 5418 Echo, Houston approach, Roger, altimeter 2988.
2988, 18.
Number 18 Echo, maintain VFR at 2,000.
Wait, Echo, listen.
Approach, that was Golden Eagle 421 Lima Alpha, checking in 5,000. We got the weather near West Houston, looking for the visual.
Number 421 Lima Alpha, Houston approach, Roger, Houston altimeter 2988, maintain 5,000.
2988, 5,000, 1 Lima Alpha.
Houston approach, Sierra 38175 November has West Houston in sight.
7607, Charlie.
November 1 Lima Alpha, descend and maintain 3,000.
3,000, 1 Lima Alpha. Okay, down to 3,000.
126.67.
2667, executive 689.
November 7 Papa Charlie, contact Sugar Land Tower 118.65.
Contact the Tower 7 Papa Charlie.
November 18 Echo, and how far west of Sugar Land did you say the private strip was?
It's 19 miles due west of Sugar Land.
Center 18 Echo, Roger. Resume on navigation, maintain VFR at 2,500 for now.
Okay, 2,500 on nav, 18 Echo.
Okay, we're about 14 miles out. And out of 4,400 feet here. Almost below the clouds. Showing a little traffic about 3 miles at our 11 o'clock, 1,500 feet below, so we'll be looking out for him. And we continue to gently reduce that power. Get our pulse lights on the front now that we're below the clouds.
Traffic alert, November 1 Lima Alpha, traffic 11 o'clock and 2 miles westbound. Altitude indicates 3,000. Turn right heading 100.
Okay, we're looking right turn 100, 1 Lima Alpha. Okay, so we were ahead of that. We saw him on the screen looking for the visual. He called it out just a little after, and I'm still looking. He is very close and somewhere below us. Still don't see him. A little too
close. 1 Lima Alpha traffic, no factor. Turn left heading to 060. I'm going to set you up for a modified right base into the airport. At 1 departure coming off.
Okay, roger that. Back to 060-3000 for 1 Lima Alpha. Okay, traffic no factor. It's going to give us a right base or so. Guess he's got some IFR traffic coming off the field. Okay, that was 200 to go, so we'll start nosing up so it doesn't jerk us up. And there's 3000 illuminated, and it is leveling us off. Okay, we got the field in sight. Right over there. About at 1:32 o'clock. Hey, Houston approach, only go 1 Lima Alpha. We do have the field in sight.
Golden 1 Lima Alpha, roger. Approach clear shortly. Descend to maintain 2000.
2000, 1 Lima Alpha. Okay, altitude unhold down to 2000. Pitch it down. Pre-select 2000.
19 November, just southwest Houston. 1004.
Okay, there's that departing traffic that he's talking about.
Skyline 6219 November, Houston departure ID. Houston.
We will continue to reduce the power.
2000, 19 November.
1 November, radar contact 2.5 miles southwest of the the West Houston Airport. Turn right heading to 250.
Got a lot of traffic on the scope here, about 8 targets.
November 1 Lima Alpha, clear visual approaching the West Houston.
Okay, clear visual West Houston, and like I said, field in sight. We'll go ahead and cancel with you now.
1 Lima Alpha, roger, IFR cancellation received. I do show traffic about a half a mile east of the field. Air altitude indicates 1,100. Radar service are terminated, squad VFR and send advisory troopers.
Roger that, 421 Lima Alpha VFR, good day, sir. Okay, squawking 1200 enter, and we will go over to Unicom. And we're 5 miles to the northwest. West Houston traffic, White Twin Cessna 5 to the northwest for a straight in 15, full stop West Houston. Okay, autopilot's coming off. We're gonna start turning final under 176.
Traffic, Saratoga 75 November, turning west.
We're actually very close to the field, so we'll go ahead and start slowing down. Go ahead and turn our music off so we can hear a little better.
Traffic, Saratoga 75 November, turning final, 15, West Houston.
Okay, so we'll be looking for this guy out in front of us on final. Got him in sight. Gears coming down under 176. Okay, we got 3 greens. So we got gas on the fullest tanks. Undercarriage, 3 green. Mixture props staying where they're at. We got 10 notches in. Low boost pumps are coming on. We got pulse lights on the front illuminated, so we're nice and bright. West Houston traffic, White Twin Cessna, 2.5 mile final, 15, full stop. Okay, we're gently pulling that power back. We're out of 1,000 now. Field elevation's about 100, give or take. Okay, we got that last gear down check. 3 greens here. Speed's good, about 130. It's slowing. Last notch of flaps coming in. It's the second notch, so about 30.
Traffic, Saratoga 75 November is clear of runway 15.
And he's out of our way, pulling that power back. 1 red, 1 white. 1, 2. 10 and slowing.
And so you ready to depart 15?
A little bit of a floater there. And we'll just roll it to the end.
Bonanza on the east side of 15, ready to go?
Okay, not too bad there.
Assistant traffic, Sky 13 Bravo Sierra, departing 15, right turn out to the west, West Houston.
And West Houston, white twin, clearing the active West Houston. Okay, we got our call out, lights are coming off. Flaps coming up, prop full forward, already leaned out for taxi. And the boost pumps are coming off as well after landing checklist complete. Pitot heat, of course, off. Go ahead and get to that number, 85.8. And it was 85.2 when we left, so 0.6 to West Houston. Appreciate you guys coming along for the flight. Sorry I haven't had anything out recently, just been a little bit busy. But we'll try to get a couple more videos going. Keep us all entertained. And we see the marshaller over there. We'll be going behind the caravan. Watching the wingtips here. AC coming off, right and left clear. There we go. Beautiful, beautiful. All right, guys, thanks for coming along. We'll talk to you soon. Take care.